Now, Sabrina Ionescu quickly, swiftly, and in a hurry, kind of tried to stop Kelsey Plum from taking these little shots, but she didn't.
The t-shirt, just United Front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
Y'all need media training, bro. Like, I hate to see y'all really need media training. This was so unnecessary. And then you gonna take shots after that trash game y'all displayed?
Sabrina Ionescu's eye roll might have just exposed the messiest moment in WNBA All-Star history. During the post-game press conference, Kelsey Plum randomly called out Team Caitlin Clark.
Not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
And the second Plum said it, Sabrina, who was sitting right next to her, looked completely caught off guard. She gave this confused look, rolled her eyes, and hit back with pure sarcasm.
We had a very...
That really needed to be mentioned.
You could feel the tension in the room instantly. The All-Star game wasn't just about basketball. It was supposed to be about unity. Every player who showed up in Indianapolis wore those "Pay Us What You Owe Us" shirts before tip-off.
You tried to get them more money last year behind the scenes. They still didn't like you. You came out and spoke out for black women and black women athletes, especially black women basketball players. They still don't like it. Don't matter what you do.
NBA players, they get more unlikable every day. And the blatant jealousy, the blatant hatred towards Caitlin Clark is, it's obvious. They don't even try to hide it.
On one hand, players are out there asking for better pay, which fair enough they deserve. But on the other hand, they're throwing digs at the one player who's actually trying to shed light on this issue. You could see it in her face. She knew Plum had just stepped in it, calling out players who weren't even in the room to speak for themselves. It wasn't just awkward, it was messy. And Sabrina, sitting right next to her teammate, clearly wanted no part of that drama. And here's where things get even more awkward, because Sabrina wasn't just any random player sitting next to Plum. She had actually been selected to Team Clark before Caitlin had to back out with an injury. So, yeah, you can imagine how weird it must have felt hearing her own teammate publicly throw shade at the group she was supposed to be part of.
That some people knew. It's not because they watched. It's not because they tuned in and actually watched the game. It's because they went viral yesterday for the message that they decided to send to everybody. A league that has been around for, 30 years at this point? A league that has never, ever turned a profit. A league that has lost the NBA, who subsidizes them, hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. They decided to send a message to everybody.
Right in front of Sabrina Ionescu, right there, right next to her. You have no shame. This woman's just trashy, dog. Like, Kelsey Plum is trashy, bro. There's a reason why Darren Waller left her. Smart man, by the way, because his salary was pretty nice when he signed with the Giants.
That probably explains why Sabrina's sarcasm hit so hard. It wasn't just a reaction, it was her drawing a line. Like, we don't do that here. In that moment, she showed more class and awareness than the veteran beside her, and the internet wasted no time turning that eye roll into a meme for the ages. But while all the drama was boiling online, Caitlin Clark, silent, cool, calm, plotting. She didn't jump into the mud or fire back in the press. Instead, she waited. And when the moment came, she delivered a masterclass in subtle revenge. Plum posted something on Instagram, and Clark dropped a 6-word comment that instantly flipped the energy. Thanks for the Nike ad. Now here's why that hit. Plum is an Under Armour athlete. Clark's with Nike. So that comment, it wasn't just witty. It turned Plum's own post into a promo for her competition. Straight savage. No yelling, no drama, just a clean, quiet mic drop. That's the difference between star power and scoreboard padding. While some are busy creating sideshows, Clark is out here making chess moves. She didn't just clap back. She did it in a way that reminded everyone why she's operating in a whole different league. And as if Clark's one-liner wasn't enough, the basketball world chimed in loud and clear. It didn't take long for NBA legends to jump into the conversation, and they didn't hold back. One of Michael Jordan's former Bulls teammates even called out Kelsey Plum directly, slamming her for taking cheap shots at a player who wasn't even present to defend herself. When three-time NBA champions are pointing out your behavior, that's not just criticism, that's a full-blown red flag. You've officially messed up. These aren't random fans talking. These are respected voices who've seen what it takes to grow a league, and they know that publicly dragging your biggest star isn't the way to do it. They've watched the WNBA struggle for years to gain traction, and now that someone like Caitlin Clark is pulling in record-breaking numbers, they're baffled that her own peers would be the ones trying to tear her down. And it's not just about optics, it's about business. Even though Clark missed the All-Star game due to injury, the arena was still jam-packed. But the second her name was taken off the roster, ticket prices reportedly dropped by over 50%. That's not a coincidence. That's pure star power. She's not just raising the profile of the league. She's literally shifting the economy of it. So when players take aim at her, they're not just stirring drama. They're hurting the very momentum they've been begging for. And if the ticket price drop wasn't enough proof of Caitlin Clark's star power, just look at what's happening on the screen and in the stores. Every game she's in breaks records. TV ratings, off the charts. Merchandise, flying off the shelves. She's not just playing basketball, she's changing the financial DNA of the entire WNBA. Let's be real. Those "pay us what you owe us" t-shirts, they only hit harder because of the money and attention Clark is bringing in. Without her, the conversation around player pay wouldn't even be where it is right now. So for players to rock those shirts and then throw shade at the very person helping to make that payday possible, that's not protest. That's self-sabotage. This whole controversy isn't just about paychecks or petty feuds. It pulls back the curtain on a deeper cultural issue within the league. How do you build a thriving professional sport when your own players seem more committed to stirring the pot than promoting the game? Clark has brought more mainstream attention to women's basketball than anyone in recent memory. The smart move, ride that wave, elevate the league, help each other grow. But instead, a few veterans keep finding new ways to drag her down. And for what? Ego? Jealousy? It makes zero sense, especially when you look at the business side. What's even more frustrating is that this isn't a one-off. It's part of a pattern. All season long, there's been this weird undercurrent of hostility toward Clark from veteran players, social media, and even on the court. The Plum press conference was just the latest chapter in an ongoing saga where some WNBA players seem more invested in tearing down their biggest draw than celebrating what she brings to the league. And the numbers don't lie. Despite being sidelined with injury, Clark's absence was felt instantly. Empty seats, slashed ticket prices, buzz deflated. That should have been a wake-up call. Instead, some players doubled down, using the spotlight to stir more drama rather than highlight the real issues they claim to care about. The wildest part, her peers weren't just ignoring her contribution, they were actively undermining it, and all while the league was trying to grow its fan base, attract sponsors, and secure bigger deals. It's like building a house and then setting fire to the foundation because you didn't like who laid the first brick. And let's not forget the physical stuff either. Clark's rookie season has been littered with unnecessary roughness, getting shoved to the ground by Marina Mabrey, hit in the eye by J.C. Sheldon, and still showing up to play the game with class and respect. No retaliation, no media meltdowns, just grit and grace. Even the league had to admit fault when refs failed to eject Mabrey after that blatant shove. That's how far this has gone. Clark doesn't just need protection from opponents, she needs protection from her own league and its players. That's not how it's supposed to work. In any other sport, when a generational talent shows up, the entire league rallies behind them. In the WNBA, it seems like she's walking into a locker room full of landmines. And somehow, she still manages to carry herself like a seasoned vet. She's supported league initiatives, spoken out against racist fan behavior, and tried to be a unifying figure in a league that sometimes seems determined to divide itself. Meanwhile, the same players she's lifting up are taking shots at her from the sidelines, figuratively and literally. It begs the question, is this a Clark problem or a WNBA culture problem? Because when players across multiple teams keep showing the same passive-aggressive energy toward their biggest star, you can't just chalk it up to individual beef. It suggests a bigger disconnect, a lack of leadership, accountability, and understanding of what it actually takes to grow a professional league in the modern media landscape. The league is juggling too much, officiating controversies, fan backlash, internal player tension, and all of it is muddying the waters at a time when things should be crystal clear. Caitlin Clark is good for business, period, and business should be booming. Instead, what do fans see? Petty squabbles, toxic press conferences, and a superstar getting iced out by her peers. That's not just bad optics, it's a branding nightmare. And through all this, Clark's been nothing but professional. Even while injured and sidelined, she's still cheering on the league. Meanwhile, others are busy playing the drama game, firing shots, feeding headlines, dragging the spotlight off the court and into the mud. Clark missed out on her hometown All-Star game because of injury, and instead of lifting her up or even just respecting her absence, some players used the moment to poke at her from afar. That's not leadership, that's not sisterhood, and it's definitely not how you build a strong, sustainable league. At the end of the day, Clark's presence equals progress, and if the league wants to grow financially, culturally, and competitively, it needs to decide what kind of environment it's cultivating. One where stars are celebrated and supported, or one where they're isolated and attacked for simply shining too bright? Because right now, it's not just a PR problem, it's a credibility one. And if the WNBA doesn't get that sorted soon, all the growth Clark's brought might not be enough to save it from itself.